Tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw was, just say overall, it was so-so. It was alright. It wasn't phenomenal. It wasn't horrible by any means, but it was just an average Monday Night Raw. So, kick off the Monday Night Raw episode, which was a little different. You had the Queen coming out saying how she's proud that she beat Brie Bella, aka Hippie Bella, last night at SummerSlam. And she's wearing her Step T-shirt, which is basically a rip off of freaking Daniel Bryan's SES T-shirt, obviously on purpose. So he's not that stupid. But also too, before I get into this more into the segment, it was the first Monday Night Raw with, you kind of had like a new theme to it. You had obviously the new logo that was on the bottom right of the screen, so WWE Live. It had the WWE logo on top of the stage, and you just had it kind of feel it was kind of like a new era. And I think tonight's episode of Raw kind of showed it was sort of a new era for WWE. But with that being said, the reason why also it might be considered a new era. When was the last time you had a diva segment kick off Raw? It wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't any of those guys. It was even Dudda. It was his wife, and big titty heel Bella, Wonder Woman, and this just felt kind of awkward. And for anyone that watched my video last night, I'm all for the Bella feud. I'm all fine with that. But this just felt kind of, ugh. People complain about how, well, Seth Rollins didn't have a good reason to turn his back on the Shield. But that reason looks like gold mine compared to this reason. Because the reason why apparently Nikki Bella turned on her twin sister Brie last night wasn't so much because of the fact of, you know, she did mention how Brie was being selfish and manipulative and whatnot, but one of the main reasons why she said that she turned her back was basically because Brie got married before Nikki did. And I'm sitting here going like this. Seriously? You slapped your sister in the face, well, you elbowed her in the face, and you turned your back on her. One of the reasons is because she got married before you did. You get for trying to marry the freaking cover boy of the company. Anyways, it's just like, ugh, like WWE just got lazy with that shit. $9.99. But I mean, and then you had Brie come out, and then Nikki slaps Brie in the face, and you got a "you sold out" chant. Stephanie kind of look on her face, sarcastically, obviously. Brie gets off the ramp, starts crying, and it's just, ugh. I'm not liking this feud so far. It could change. It could change. I'm just saying, as of right now, this very second, I'm not a huge fan of it. Just not out there. Nonetheless, kick off uh, tag team match between the random tag team of Big Show and Mark Henry versus Eric Rowan and Luke Harper of the Wyatt family. So you have their little match, and it's just okay. It feels like not that long ago, Eric Rowan and Luke Harper could have been tag team champions, and now losing to old fat guys and Mark Henry and Big Show. Yeah, just what else you gotta say about that? And also, you had a backstage segment too with, Nick Chabot, Ric Flair, woo, with Dolph Ziggler, the new Intercontinental Champion, and the Miz comes in there, and they kind of crack a little joke. Miz is like, oh, the title's coming back to the A-lister. Ziggler basically calls him an a-hole, and Ric Flair kind of laughs at him, and that's pretty much it. Not much to say. Oh, and also you had a little backstage segment, which was kind of corny, but I guess it did what it needed to do. Renee Young's interviewing Seth Rollins, and talked about his big victory last night at SummerSlam, and then out of nowhere, Seth Rollins gets you know dumped with a bucket of ice. The LS challenge. And then Rollins looks over at Dean, and Dean's all like, "What? It's for charity." I'm just sitting here going, "Yeah." It's relevant. It's trending worldwide. So, hey, good for WWE. So now you have you have a non-title match between Natalia versus Paige, and oh god. First of all, this match lasted like 60 seconds. Second of all, and you had two very good female workers here, so that's kind of sad. Second of all, enough with this whole distracting crap. I've said this last week. Enough with this, WWE. Especially for this feud. Enough. That's all you're doing. Oh, so and so has a match. Oh, whoever's feuding with that person's got to come down to the ring, distract them, so they can roll up for a pin. 1, 2, 3. It's just so annoying. It's a little thing, I know, but it's just annoying to me. And I'm just like, I can't defend that crap. I just can't because I'm finding it annoying. So, anyways, Natalia wins with the roll up. That's irrelevant in this situation because AJ, the 12-year-old Ms. Brooks, gets on the mic and says, "Oh, I love you, Paige. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I dedicate myself to you." And I'm sitting here going, why are they doing this? You know, it's not working. I mean, this whole crazy girl versus crazy girl thing. It's just like, why does WWE always have to go to this whole crazy girl with any female talent? I mean, obviously, you know, the infamous one that did it very well was Nikki James. But now, all of a sudden, in this iteration, you get Paige, who randomly did it out of nowhere, and AJ, who's been done it for a year and a half, has gotten nowhere of being a crazy little girl slut. Okay, just putting that out there. But yeah, we get to vote for the stipulation match between Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins, guys. I'll end the WWF. Not $9.99, it's for free. So you have the inauguration of the new WWE Championship, which means, you know, the retirement of the old Big Gold Champion. I'm gonna miss the Big Gold Championship, you know, but I've always been a fan of it. I've loved the design. It's brought a lot of prestige to it, so it's kind of a shame to kind of go. But like I said, guys, we are in a new era, so out comes up the newly designed WWE Championship, which is basically, you know, the same WWE Championship, but of course, you know, with the new logo, and you have, you know, the Brock Lesnar, you know, bull, I guess you could say, I think it was bulls, you know, the beast side place to it. And, you know, it looks alright, it doesn't look too bad. You know, Paul Heyman says that my client, Brock Lesnar, ended the streak, not ended the streak, but, yeah, might as well say that. You know, he ended, you know, John Cena's title reign, that no man could do it. He needed a beast. Brock Lesnar's a beast, and that he needs that he dares any man to try to take the belt away from Brock, and you know the basic Brockothamics. I believe that's how he said it, and saying that you need a suplex, repeat, suplex, repeat, suplex, repeat, F5, repeat. And it's just like, okay, now we're basically shoving it down our throats that not only did Brock Lesnar beat John Cena, but the fact he had to use 16 mother frickin' suplexes to do it, and it's such an entertaining match. I swear to God, it's coming back next week. And if he asks for a goddamn rematch and we're having a frickin' Night of Champion, I'm gonna scream. And they better make it a goddamn, like, stipulation, like a cage match, something. Make it a cage match or something. I know Cena's already been a cage match later this year. That didn't work out well. But make it something, because last night I cannot deal with another match like last night. That was like the worst main event I've seen in a while, and I'm not even joking with that. And I'm not even just blaming on Cena. Brock bored the fuck out of me, okay? I've never been a huge Brock Lesnar fan. You know, I've always thought he was decent, but I've never was like, oh my god, Brock Lesnar, like some people. But anyways, I'm talking too much about this. Moving on. IC title match, Miz versus Dolph Ziggler. Miz wins by countout because Dolph Ziggler couldn't get back in the ring. And I'm thinking, oh my god, these two are still gonna frickin' feud over the IC title. And don't get me wrong, I mean, these two had one of the better matches last night, so I'm not too bummed about it, but it was just like, I thought they would just immediately kill this feud, but no, they're gonna continue with it, so it is what it is. So. Speaking of is what it is, Jack Swagger versus Cesaro. Jack Swagger the other night, I mean, we got interviewed by Renee Young, lovely, beautiful Renee Young. You know, said that you failed America last night, but, you know, when times are tough, America needs to reunite. And anyway, Swagger versus Cesaro. Okay, just a little match. Cesaro wins, surprisingly. And, now they're trying to give this whole, the underdog to basically Swagger, who's the goal, is back against the wall. And now comes Bo Dallas. And then we gotta believe that if he believed, that maybe he would have beaten Rusev last night. So now we're gonna get this Bo Dallas and Jack Swagger feud. Could be something good. I don't know. Then we get a six-man tag team match between Rybaxel, who I don't know why the hell they're still together. Celtic Warrior fella, and Rob Van Dam in a six-man tag team match. Pretty good tag team match, six-man. I'd say match of the night. So get that back. It would have been match of the night, but get to that later. But still, one of the better matches of the night, entertaining. RVD hits a frog splash on Axel, 1, 2, 3. Faces win, Sheamus, Reigns, and RVD. So I don't know where they're gonna go with Roman Reigns or Randy Orton in the situation. I guess they still feud. I mean, I don't know. And what the hell are they doing with Sheamus being the United States champion? I mean, that's a real question right there. So you get a whole backstage segment promo with Bray Wyatt saying he's the new face of salvation, and yeah. Then you get the Usos in a non-title match against Stardust and Goldust, who some people may say Brother Dust. See what I did there? But overall, not a bad match. Stardust and Goldust win, so I guess in some way this automatically means they're number one contenders now for the tag team titles. Maybe, possibly. So, I wouldn't mind it. I mean, Goldust and Stardust are a good tag team, so why not? So the and the good old beautiful Lana comes up with we're so good, we're so good. After their big win last night at SummerSlam. And then out comes Mark Mother Henry. And, I guess Mark Henry's trying to be this, first it was Big E, then it's, Jack Swagger, and I guess now Mark Henry is stepping up to the plate as, the big, strong American that's going to take down Rusev. And I'm going to sit here and going, oh my god, can the ring hold up the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, and the fat ass Rusev? This should be something. I do not look forward to this, guys. I don't. Lana looked great as always, but can't wait to. There's Rusev. So last but not least, we got the main event, which was voted by the WWE. Vote on the app. Falls Count Anywhere match between the hobo Dean Ambrose and the one, the only, long lost X-Men, Mr. Money in the Bank, Seth Rollins. And very good, entertaining match. And a lot of people on Twitter thought this was a great match. It kind of felt like, sort of like, obviously there was no blood in it, of course, but, it kind of felt like an Attitude Era hardcore kind of match, between Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. I said it on Twitter. If this was the Attitude Era, these two would be facing each other for the freaking hardcore championship. Or hell, if they were in ECW, Paul Heyman would have a boomer from freaking from freaking New York to freaking Los Angeles, because these two went to the extreme, and it was just a great match. But I keep noticing in these matches, Kane is the complete other cock block in this freaking feud. Alright, when Ambrose and Rollins are beating the holy hell out of each other, and it gets real good, out comes, corporate Kane to come to the rescue for good old for the X-Men, Seth Rollins himself. And but these guys battled all over the place. I mean, you had steel chairs, you had steel steps, you had candlesticks, you had a table, you had cinder blocks. I mean, that was like, what the hell? You did the curb stomp. 1, 2, 3. Rollins wins. Obviously Ambrose most likely is going to be doing his little cop movie that to me just feels so generic. And it's just like, okay, you gotta have a crazy lunatic playing a cop in a movie. This should be fantastic. But overall, a very good match. Great way to end Monday Night Raw. The question is, who does Seth Rollins feud with now? I mean, the only person I could possibly think of he could feud with is if Dean Ambrose, not Dean Ambrose, if Roman Reigns is actually done with Randy Orton. Maybe we could have the Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns feud. I mean, that would be pretty interesting. Former tag team champions. So, anyways, guys, that's it for me. You know how I feel. Peace.